if it's going to happen in the construction, it will.
Yeah.
If there's ever an issue, we all work together to try to find the best solution.
We're not perfect, right? And we strive for that. We're not, but I think as a team, man, we're pretty damn close.
Aloha, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here at our Atlas Construction Roundtable discussion. I'm here with a few of our family members, the team here. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a typical common workday, with Atlas Construction. And to start, I'd like to do introductions and what your role is. And let's start with you.
My name is Jeremiah. I am the reception and an admin assistant. So when you first come into our office, I greet everyone and yeah.
My name is Saul. I'm a project manager. My typical workday starts with phone calls, probably 5:30 in the morning. Start talking to our workers, making sure they're all set up for the day, and then after that, we set up meetings, go through the day, either homeowners or job site visits, or even sometimes in the office, meeting with the coordinators or selections officers and try to take care of whatever issues we have pending and take care of them.
So I'm a project coordinator. I actually go out, I see the homeowners, I visit them, see what we can do to help them out. And basically, I just love what I do. And as we're going through, I'd actually like to talk about typical things because I want to say some of us are in the office all the time and some of us aren't. So I'm one that bounces in and out.
I'm Portia. I'm the accounting administrator. So a typical workday for me is checking emails. I'm more behind the scenes. I don't really work too much face-to-face with the customers. Mainly doing invoicing, payroll, HR, dealing with DPP, all kinds of stuff.
And I'm Bethany. I'm a selections coordinator. I am the person that will help you take what you do with Mary or what the other sales, the design you come up with them. I'll help you turn it into the vision that you had going in. So we'll pick out flooring and cabinets and paint color and everything that goes into the home. I'll help you with all of that.
Yay. So I want to talk about a typical, morning. Most companies, most people, as soon as they wake up, they have their mind frame of, okay, when they get into the office, this is what I have to do first, my priorities, my task. That, kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day, right?
I like starting the day with greeting everyone in the office, saying hello and good morning and getting a little bit of chit chat going, just to get us all in a good cooperative mood to start the day.
Do you have your coffee or tea first?
Coffee, always coffee first. But I, like you, like to start the day first thing in the morning. I check my calendar. If I have a meeting that's going to start immediately when I get in the office, I like to blare my music and sing along, get myself all ready to go so that as soon as I get to the office, I'm ready to go. If I have a little bit more time to spare in the morning before my first meeting, I just leisurely, make my way there and greet everybody and get my desk going, check my emails and all that stuff.
What's you, Jeremiah? Is there something as soon as you sit down to set the tone? Is there priorities that you come to mind first?
So I usually come in anywhere from like 10 to 15 minutes early, and I usually make myself one. I do. I do. I come in early. I usually make myself my fancy little coffee in the morning, my iced coffee, and then
The weird flavors.
Yeah, the weird with all my interesting flavors. Not weird.
When I don't have a site visit first thing and I have to shoot straight into the office, I love it where when I come in, because it just makes me smile every time, where I come behind Jeremiah, because Jeremiah's at the front desk, right? He's the first person you see, he's smiling, but I like to come behind him before I make my tea and just kind of zoom around, and he's like, right here. I'm sorry, but yeah, it kind of makes me laugh.
Yeah, Jeremiah does a good job. I mean, every morning,
you make us all smile.
Yeah, you do.
So I know
try to be positive.
You're in and out. Saul, you're in and out just like me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in and out. I try to plan my day. Unfortunately, things happen, especially in construction. You know, people need me, so I might have my day starting from one side of the island, go across to the other one, and then just changes, and I end up being in the center of the island all day.
You have I mean, because you deal with the customers,
Yeah,
a lot,
correct,
the homeowners,
correct.
the families that are working with us. So you're like getting calls here and there.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes, you know, they feel they'll call you and they'll be like, "Oh, I have a small problem," but it's all right. You know, that's what we're here for. We're here to see what their problem is, and if it's an issue that it is an issue, then we'll take care of it. You know, sometimes they just need talking to and reassurance. You know, they've never done this before. We do this all day, every day.
If it's going to happen in the construction, it will.
Yeah.
But for us at Atlas, it's
Yeah,
really important to
yeah.
make sure we mitigate any issues, things like that.
That's what we're for. That's I think not just, you know, project managing also, but it's gonna happen. Murphy's Law. It's gonna happen, and I think and not just me as a project manager and you as a coordinator. I think in general, all of us, when issues come, we're there to fix them. You know, make sure and it's not just a personal issue. We all have, and hey, Bethany, this came up. You know, the tile is wrong. You know, let's fix it. You know, and we all work together, and that's typical. You know what I mean? We're not perfect, right? And you know, we strive for that. We're not, but I think as a team, man, we're pretty damn close. When, you know, at the end of the day, we give the homeowner what they want, and I think that's the final goal.
What I love is when I do have the time and I'm in the office, especially around lunchtime. I love it because you know, as far as especially Wednesdays when we have admin meetings, I love it. Our Wednesday typical day, that's pretty set. We have admin meetings all day, all of us together, and that's one thing I love with the Atlas family, where we're all together. What are we having for lunch?
Yeah.
Or Mama Reina's gonna make us lunch. But yeah, Jeremiah's great with bringing out coupons and things like that. So what will we be having tomorrow?
Oh gosh, I
Do
don't
you
know.
have anything specific in mind?
I love to cut out the magazines. You know, when I'm looking through the newspaper, all those coupons, and you know, we'll save it for next lunch. You know, I don't know what it would be, but I got them.
You got
them.
Along with looking at our ads.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Newspaper.
I love coming in the mornings, and I try not to eat in the mornings. I try to fast, but it's impossible sometimes. You get in there and I get there at 8 in the morning and it smells like, oh man, what did Reina's cooking? What's Reina cooking?
It's so great.
Yeah.
I'm so like appreciative of that. Yeah, where she's cooking something. And I know a lot of our families, they're so kind. They bring snacks.
All our homeowners
They bring food, they bring
donuts.
snacks, and I try to rush and beat Jeremiah to the snacks.
To the sweets.
Yeah, but I love it. Our families are so wonderful. So I know you have a specific day that just is kind of like jammed.
That's crazy.
Mondays are my payroll day, so that's always busy.
Is that like a high stress day for you, Portia?
Not really. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been doing it for so long, it's dialed in. So I'm good.
Yeah.
It just takes a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we'll end up having it passed off to you eventually, right?
No.
Payroll.
I don't know about that.
he does the timesheets. I input the payroll.
Yeah, I know he does the timesheets because I get a text on Sundays. Hey, where's so and so? And like, where's so and so? Where was he? And I'm like, I have to go chase the guys. Hey, where were you? Why didn't you fill out your time clock? So
Where are they at?
so he's working even on Sundays, you know, and I appreciate that. That's like, again, that's typical for us, unfortunately, right? But we do it.
I appreciate all of you guys because, you know, as a family company, you know, fifth generation now, you know, if I'm out in the field and, oh no, you know, I need some information or anything like that, I do appreciate that I can call you folks. You know, you guys always are helping me out, and I try to help you guys as much as possible and things like that. You know, because there's always stressors and things like that. But what I love is that as far as us as a family, and this is only some of us, you know, here that, you know, we're talking to you, but there's just only some of us, but the whole Atlas family is just, you know, there for each other, and that's kind of like touches my heart.
That's one thing I really love about working with Atlas is that if there's ever an issue, we all work together to try to find the best solution, not necessarily the fastest or the cheapest. We try to find the best solution so that the homeowner will be happy, that Atlas will be happy, that everybody working in it can find a way to fix the problem. And it's very collaborative too. So because the office is all very open, you know, if I have a question about something from Mary or from Josh or anybody, I could just walk into the
office.
Yeah, be like, hey. Or we can like get people together real quick, be like, hey, I have a question about this. And we can try to figure it out as quickly and in the best way as we can.
What you brought up, I love that too, because we don't work in cubicles. You
No,
know?
it's right open.
Basically open half walls. So if I need something, I can talk to you,
Yeah.
and I can talk to you, and things like that. Which, yeah, I find cubicles is so confining,
Yeah.
and you know, you have to get up, interrupt your work day. You know, again, we're trying to prioritize
Yeah.
and do certain things. So in the midst of doing something, I can just holler and get
Yeah.
my answer, which I just love that too.
Jeremiah,
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Come into my office.
Yes, yes.
One second, let me finish this email.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and even Bruce is there, you know,
Yeah.
he's a holler away, so I just love it, you know, as far as having non-cubicles, open communication.
Yeah, open door, right?
Yeah.
Open door for everybody.
Wednesdays, again, I'll say that's my best day.
Yeah.
That's my, I want to
That's
say,
actually my less stressful day, you
that's
know.
my less stressful day.
nice.
That's
For
what
real.
I was going to say. What is
For
your
real.
less stressful?
Because it's almost set, you know? Yeah.
You can't really plan anything in between those. So you have those things to do, and then you can fill it with all the things that you wish you would have had done on Monday or Tuesday. You know, like that can all happen right there.
I
Yeah.
agree. So because that is my one day where I know everything is, you know, we have our admin
Yeah.
meetings, we have our design meetings, we have everything set. So that's the day I go in, and
Yeah.
it's just so stressful.
This is where that's the day where I tell my homeowners, I'm not really available this day. Unless it's a certain emergency, then I won't, I know. This is my day. I tell my guys too, hey guys, don't call me, you know, or just text, you know, I'm busy, you know, figure it out, right? big boys and figure it out, right? So that's actually my less stressful day.
Yeah, I love it.
And my funnest
because-
day, actually.
Yeah, no, my
Yeah.
funnest, I was just going to say my funnest day because at the end of the day, we do design reviews. You know,
Yeah.
we get to critique and look at other plans
Yeah.
that, you know, we're all designing. There's what, 4 of us, me,
Yeah.
Joshua, Mika, and Nathan. So whenever we're designing with a family, but all of us get to sit and we look at it and we make sure
Yeah.
we've got so many different eyes on it. That's
It's funny
basically
'cause
a protocol.
At the end of the day,
That's what the design means.
Yeah, that is. So we have Bethany, them. So we're all sitting
Yeah.
there, right? And I know because you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a great
Yeah.
thing because it's a critique where, you know, as far as Alice, we're all looking at
Right.
it and we can pinpoint and catch anything before it actually
Yeah,
you know,
goes
the
out to
job
production,
starts.
yeah.
So that's another thing I love. Again.
Yeah.
And we have thick skin.
Yeah, we
I
do.
have thick skin.
Yeah, we all do.
So, but yeah, because I see it as a benefit because when you're looking at it, you say, okay, you know, Mary, looks like too tight, the
Yeah.
door or something like that. So yeah, I never see it as a downfall or anything. I see it as a benefit because it helps our families, you
Yeah.
know. So yeah, Wednesdays is great. The design meetings are awesome. Bethany jumps in, you know, when we're looking at the kitchens, the bathrooms, things like that. So as far as
All the-
helping each other out.
all the ups and downs, all the getting loud in the design room end up this, you know, this is all the final product or
All of
something,
these
you know.
Wednesday, that process,
Yeah.
that whole day, that process is just a beneficial
Yeah.
to the families we work with.
Yeah.
You know, that day is specific. Yes, we're not available, you know,
Yeah.
pretty much
Yeah.
for the family, but because that day is specific for the families that we're working with so that
Yeah.
we can make sure everything is in place. Because we look at the permitting
Yeah.
and all of that, right?
Yeah.
We meet, we look at scheduling,
Scheduling,
so things like that.
What's
yeah.
coming up? What do we need? You know, I mean, because not and I've probably part of my typical day is not just making sure the project goes well. We have field workers out there, and one of my most important things is make sure they have work. That's very important for me.
To
You know,
have consistency.
make sure they're working and because they have families to feed just like we do. So that's another typical for me is okay, guys, rain out here. Okay, let me go find work for you somewhere else. You know, even though it's not always beneficial for me or us as
Yeah.
but they need to work, and that's very important for me
that's the thing
too.
with us and how Bruce imparted it down
Yeah.
to us as far as, and we're so blessed, we're fortunate. I feel like throughout all these
Yeah.
20 years, for Atlas Construction that we've been busy.
Yeah.
We get referrals, people, that's why I always say in Hawaii to me is
Word of mouth, yeah.
Word of mouth is just so awesome. And whenever I go out, it's amazing because I talk to so many people and once they mention a name or something, I'm like, I know that person.
Yeah.
Or if I mention somebody, they're like, I know that person, or somebody's aunties or uncles. So again, we are so family oriented, so it's not a surprise in Hawaii, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But honestly, like you said, like we from the beginning, typical is not a word that we really use. It's not typical at all.
Started a typical day with Atlas is not typical at all.
Yeah, just
But
like
we
this
always-
conversation.
But we get it done. We always
Yeah.
get it done.
And that's the most important, yeah.
Once
Yeah.
we get it, the permits, we get
Yeah.
it done. Yeah.
I wish other people had that too. But
Right. Okay, so hey everyone, thank you guys so much for joining us with the at this Atlas Construction round table discussions. And we are going to be doing more of these, and this is typically what we were basically going to just introduce ourselves and talk about ourselves in the next few segments. We're going to be doing some more of these. And we do seminars monthly, 2 monthly. We basically do seminars so that, we can help homeowners as far as if you're looking to do a project, what you need to look out for, basically giving information. So those we host twice a month. And we also do monthly open houses. That way families can come and see our work, our workmanship, our products and materials and things like that. So, thank you so much for joining us. And if you like this, hey, look out for the next ones. And if you want to reach out to us, you can go to our website, www.atlasconstruction808.com, or just call the office. Hey, Jeremiah will answer. 808-951-9500. Till the next time, thank you.
Shoot.